It all began a long time ago with a brother and a sister. I was there when Emperor Aldarium Titus brought down Helvetia and broke the Karen Ver under the might of his iron, when he on the backs of slaves and prisoners raised the towers of Terraphon over the Middle Kingdom, and took dominion over all that his spires cast their shadows upon. A myth more than a man, I saw Titans break against his will. The Circle of Nine brought low and dispersed under his banner. No one stood against Titus, save one. The first prophet of Astarius, and the scepter of the goddess herself. No one knows for sure what happened, but in an instant, the God King was gone, and in his absence came war. His empire was split among his two children, Varasha and Paltis, as different as the moons of Nabel, one a pale shadow, the other a bright and shining star. The eldest, Paltis, took Terraphon and armed himself with the will to rule, while Varasha went north to the prefecture of Travia and founded the kingdom of Garanduk under the cover of the forest. She was my calling, and I, her guardian. I should have known the treachery of Paltis would know no end. I was there when Darius cut Cecil down from the Nas Silva tree, her neck broken from the betrayal of her uncle. I was there when Varasha wailed out at the sight of her dead child, while Darius could do nothing but weave strange magics from his wretched book. I was there when Varasha rode deep into the forest to strike a bargain with the Balayar, cursing us all. And I was there when we buried Varasha alive, screaming in the bowels of her castle, her wretched form grasping the remains of her blood-soaked child with its starry eyes. And I was forsaken for having watched. For nearly 100 years I stood vigil as Varasha's curse changed the Middle Kingdom. I watched as those I loved forgot Garanduk ever existed. I watched as Paltis shrank back into obscurity as Terraphon forgot its king. And I watched as the curse took child after child with its hunger, until I could watch no more. After Darius's death, the scepter of Astarius was lost, and the longer I watched the curse crawl its way across the land, the more I knew that the Council of Nine was not the true enemy. I realized that Titus had taken power from something vile, and whatever it was hungry for more. In an effort to end the curse under the guise of a captain of Terraphon, I gathered a band of rangers and headed back to the Forsaken Keep. But it was too late. Something darker had taken hold of my heart, and the monster lurking beyond the stars and the night and the darkness had its way with me. I betrayed my men, but to my surprise, they saw through me and took my head from my shoulders. Believing they had ended the curse, the two who survived left Garanduk and headed to the sea, but I was not so lucky as to die. I returned from the void, whole, truly lost. A prisoner in my own body, I headed back to Terraphon, this time as a general. I hear that Darius was successful with his spells, that he has found heroes who have truly ended the curse of the Travian forest. But it matters not. There are far worse things in the dark. Whatever happens now, whatever darkness has taken me, know that I will always believe in you, Varasha. I pray that you will believe in me as well. Yours forever, General Gushwin Malyx.